There's nowhere like my island home.
This property that we're standing on is very rich historically. Reason for that, this is where the rebellion for freedom started on the 27th of December 1831. So it's known as the famous Christmas Rebellion.
Oh, okay.
Now these two buildings were the only two buildings that didn't get destroyed on the property by the fire. The reason for that, that one was the doctors and nurses' quarters. This one was the slave hospital. It became a church in the year 1847. Now if you look at the building, you can see that it still boasted architectural structure from that era. The stones that were used to construct it are known as ballast stones. You guys know what ballast stones is?
No, tell us.
The ships. Yeah, man. These were stones used to balance ships back then because they didn't have any engines. So when they get here...
We mean used to explain that. Balance ships,
yeah,
how?
At the bottom of the ship.
Put it at the bottom of the ship because
balance it, because if you look at them, they're square.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
So it helped the ship to move smoothly across the waters?
Right. The way.
Okay.
Now, when they get here, they would leave them along the shoreline. The slaves would take them to the plantation. What they would use to compensate back for the loss of weight, to balance the boat back home, was the crops that was on the plantation. The coffee, the banana, the sugar cane, the rum, yeah man?
Yeah.
But were these the same ships that took the slaves here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they came down with the slaves and then took back stuff.
Oh. No. So they came with slaves and bricks?
And bricks.
Yes,
oh.
yeah, and then let those off and took back crops.
No, what they used to place the stones on each other is molasses mixed with limestone.
Here, sir?
Yeah, man.
Not cement?
That was the cement back then.
Molasses
with limestone. When you crush the limestone, we call it mar.
Okay.
Yeah, man?
Yeah.
No, in this building there's no steel bars, none whatsoever. To the left, that little part that's attached to the building, that was the dungeon for the slaves. So just imagine, locked up in here. This, you can see this little,
with this,
just one ventilation hole on this side and another on the other side. It's now restored and it's now the restroom for the church. So we're gonna take a walk.
Wait, how many hurricanes has this church survived?
All of
Every one of them.
So we need to go back to molasses and limestone.
Not true.
That's your swagger? What you? Halle, halle, halle. Why are you so Yes, Father.
No, guys, we can feel the inside is much cooler than the outside.
Oh, yes, it is.
The reason for that are the stones. The stones, they were made 3 feet thick, so the sun would take a long time to penetrate.
Wow.
Because it was a slave hospital, and back then they didn't have any electricity. Now, the inside walls, they're not as old as outside because they give it a cement job and paint it. The windows, they are original. They rotate 180 degrees. Can any of you guys tell me why? Yeah, they rotate 180 degrees.
So they don't change the shape?
Yeah, that's how it would trap the wind in any which direction it was blowing to get it on the inside. Now, those benches around there, they were here from 1847. If you look at them, you can see that they're different.
Those are some nice ones.
They're nice benches.
Now, if you should take a seat in them, you see that it's very uncomfortable. Your back got to be 90 degrees upward. So back then, there was no seating.
Oh wow! No, this is rough. This is rough.
You'd never fall asleep in these seats. You'd have to stay awake.
Oh, sorry, wrong button. I paused. Who ring it? Why you tell me someone to ring it?
Just a little bit. Mostly.
Dominic.
Where? All the way over to Butt Mountain, yeah man?
It does look like a butt, doesn't it?
Yeah man, that's great.
Oh dear, look at that.
You guys cut it like that, don't it?
Wow.
But hold on, more important. How are we getting up there, sir?
Oh, you get that?
A drive.
We're drive, man.
Yeah.
I think the helipad is.
That's where we're gonna
I'm hoping.
That's where we're gonna do the off-roading.
Okay.
Where's the helicopter? As you know, Jamaica is known as having the most churches per square mile in the world. And you just met another one of them. Now, We're gonna get back on the Jeep because the adventure, the journey is just beginning. So come with me, yeah? Woo!